My Philodendron Mican has some spider mites. Just getting in here to show you what spider mite damage looks like on the Philodendron Mican. You see that white webbing and white dust, and then the red mottling. This is exactly what spider mites look like on a Philodendron Mican. So what I'm going to do now is walk you through the process on what I do to treat for a pretty decent spider mite infestation. This isn't on 1 or 2 leaves. Unfortunately, it's on multiple leaves. So, and they're top to bottom, not just local. So I am going to go in with a neem oil, specifically the Captain Jack's organic neem oil by Bonide. So pretty. All right, let's get into it. Here we are, my Mican now hanging over the tub so that I can give her a spray. Now, I'm starting with a fine mist. Make sure you shake your bottle. I'm starting with a fine mist and I'm going over all of the leaves, front side. And I want it until it's dripping. You want the product to drip. Okay? Just go in and triple check, make sure there's nothing dry, no dry spots. You hear that? That's the dripping sound that we're looking for. Okay, now I'm going to turn the pot to expose the back side, because there's a front side and a back side to my pots because they only hang one way for their light. So this is all dry. I'm going to come in with the product and spray all over. And don't worry about my Fern. She's in here for spider mites, so if she gets any neem oil, you know what? Oh well, better for her. So come in and again, just get in there with that spray. And you want it dripping. There we go. Now I'm going to come in and get a close-up visual inspection to the fronts and backs of leaves. Make sure I don't miss anything with the product. Let's get up there. Let's just do a vertical spray just for giggles. Okay. So that is how I use this product to treat this specific plant with this specific pest, and that is a spider mite infestation. I am going to walk away for about a half hour, and then I'm going to come back and show you what the product looks like dried down in this exact state. So I'm going to turn this around so that the front of the pot is exposed. I am gonna give this a little jiggle to help with excess. And now I'm gonna walk away. That is how I treat this specific plant, the Philodendron Mican. It is a velvet leafed philodendron, which is why I did not come in with a bristle brush or a microfiber cloth. This is a velvet leafed philodendron known as the Philodendron Mican, and that is why I did a saturation spray instead of using a microfiber cloth or a bristled brush. And the damage was extensive enough that the entire plant needed to be treated, not just spot treated. So we'll be back. I got to thinking, if my baby Mican had spider mites, maybe Mama Mican might need a little treatment as well. So let's give her a spritz. Let's do that. Now, I'm not seeing spider mite damage quite so upfront like you would be able to see on the baby Mican, but this is precautionary. So I'm just gonna, again, don't forget to shake your bottle. I'm just gonna come in with a light misting. I'm not gonna do a full saturation just because I'm not seeing the damage on this one. I do want to be precautionary though, so I'm gonna go ahead and give her a spin because baby Mican has them and they're in the same location. I might as well, right? Okay. So now Mama has a fine spritz. You can see that the product is not dripping from her leaves, but they are coated, right? And then let me give this one more little turn. And just spritz. Here we are. Now I'm gonna turn her around so that her face is mostly out. There we go. Because her face runs along this side. And now we're gonna let her dry. It has been about a half hour since the baby Mican was fully sprayed down. So let me show you what that looks like. And you can see that this is dried down now. The only way that you can tell really that this has been treated is that the leaves look deeper in color and like all the dust has been lifted from them being sprayed. The color stands out a little more after it's been treated. So really, that's what it looks like. You really, if you're doing it right, if you're treating it right, you're not going to have a whole bunch of white spots left. Now, on the Momma Mican, because I only did a spritz, I may encounter white spots, but that's something that I'm willing to address later on if that is a bridge that I arrive to. So, but yeah. They'll be happy babies in no time. If you have any questions about the process, the products, I'm happy to answer. Just drop them into chat. I hope everyone has an amazingly blessed day.